So we're back again. Welcome to the present. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe and not subscribe, and make sure the channel are turned on. Very, very important for the growth of the channel and for us to get a required trigger in the algorithm. So we're going to discuss Smith-Rowe and Big Gabby's exit rumors. Very interesting. I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I'm tired of saying it. And like, when will as fans be more sensible? Not every news should cause a meltdown. Yesterday, or last night or this morning, Smith was trending on Twitter, and that Chelsea are linked, and there's a possibility of Smith sale. Like David came out I think the first weeks of the summer to say, David Ornstein said that Arsenal have Smith part of their plans, and they will not entertain a sale. And we know when it comes to Arsenal news, David is top tier and is very, very reliable. And those of you complaining that, Smith-Rowe is not getting minutes, or maybe Arteta doesn't like him, we've seen this before. Remember when Martinelli had that big injury a few seasons ago, and he wasn't getting games because Arteta wanted him to recover properly, then get required match fitness, then you bet him back into the team. Now, we know Smith-Rowe had that surgery on his groin last season. Yeah, he came back, but we're chasing a league, so you can't just bring him for minutes at a time. Now, he had a decent, he went for the Euro, for the under 21, which he won with England. Fair. He showed a part of his fitness, the preseason, which is great. But let's look at the context of why Smith-Rowe is not being introduced lately. Against Nottingham Forest, 2-1. That was not the right game to introduce him. Wanted to win that game. It was a heavy ending. You can understand that. Against Crystal Palace, we had a red card, so we needed to manage that game carefully. Couldn't come in. Against Fulham, we considered two sloppy goals, one in the first minute. We took the lead and we considered the corner. So those were not the games for Smith-Rowe to get in. Yes, you can say Fabio Vieira came in and did a good job. I can tell we have a very, very good bench. Doesn't mean Smith-Rowe will not get games. It's just 3 games into the season. Why are we doing this? Arsenal fans were clamoring for a big squad, for a deep squad. And what's the consequence of a big squad? Your favorite might not get game time as you want. Doesn't mean you won't get game time. And I could argue we get enough game time. It's just 3 games in the season. There's the FA Cup, there's the Champions League, there's the Carling Cup. Him going to Chelsea, supposedly, he won't get more games than he's having at Arsenal. Omari left Arsenal last season. Is he getting game time at Chelsea? Why do we like to push? Why do we like to just propagate negativity around the club? Like this kind of pelters Arteta is being dealt with, and Edu, he should resign. If Smith-Rowe gets sold, Arteta and Edu should be sacked. This is needless. You're provoking yourself because you just want to be relevant and trend. I don't see the sense in it. As I'm saying, Smith-Rowe, there will be games for Smith-Rowe. And can we just respect Arteta? Now, you might have your personal agenda against Arteta. Respect him. He's the manager. He calls the shot. Smith-Rowe is not complaining. There'll be games for Smith-Rowe to play. It's just 3 games in the season. And let's talk about Big Gabby. Gabriel MAGALHAES, we know there are interest from the Saudis. And Arteta has come out to say Gabriel will play games this season. Even paraphrase saying Gabriel played all 38 games last season. He expects him to play more games. He will play games this season. And his exclusion apparently is tactical. Not because he doesn't like Gabriel all of a sudden. We know Arteta is trying something different. Whether it's working or not, that's a different conversation. He's trying something different. And I'll argue it's working. Now, we might not like the performance. We might not like the fact that we couldn't get 9 points out of 9 points. But 7 points out of 9 points is not horrific. Let's stop the hyperbole. Let's stop getting overly emotional and hysterical and reactionary because we want people to enjoy our content. Let's be real. Can we be rational for once? Can we be rational for once? It's just 3 games. There'll be a lot of games for Gabriel to play. I understand there's a rumor from the Saudis. There is nobody that Arteta wants to keep that will be sold. Arsenal don't need to sell him. He signed a new contract last season. Arsenal hold all the aces. I'm not saying players cannot push for a move. They can sometimes and become intolerable in the camp. But I don't think Gabriel is that kind of player. He was rewarded with the contract last season. Remember last season, Juve wanted him at all costs, and we kept him, and he signed a new contract, and I'm sure he believes in the project. And he's part of the leadership committee in the team. Can we just calm down? Both Smith-Rowe and Big Gabby will get enough game time this season. Let's calm down. I don't get this. Why are people getting triggered? Why are you getting hysterical? It's just 3 games. 3 games in English Premiership. Very soon, when the Champions League draw is done, we're playing 2 games per week, and the full squad will have to be used. And you see Gabriel playing games, Martinelli playing games, Smith-Rowe playing games. All the supposed French players will play games. There are enough games to go around. Let's not start pushing this. It's too early for this nonsense. It's too early. It's just too early, in my opinion, for this nonsense. So these exit rumors have nothing substantial in them. They're just rumors, and I'll be surprised by the 2nd of September, both Smith-Rowe and Gabby will not be at the club. Though I am 200% sure they'll be at the club. Now, things can change. I'm not saying it's impossible, but to take an humongous, impossible bid, a bid that you cannot refuse for Arsenal to sell both players, because we don't need to sell them. They're under healthy contract and they're happy, and the club is ambitious. So let's stop this nonsense. It's not. I'm not saying it's not impossible, but it's not probable. It's not probable. It will take an impossible bid for us to accept to sell Smith-Rowe and Gabby, because they are part of the plans and we want to win trophies this season. So, guys, I'm talking about the sensible fans, the fans who don't fall for the agenda, the logical fans. There is nothing in this room, in my opinion. There's nothing there. And you cannot stop these rumors from spreading. The Saudis are trying to unsettle English Premiership players with their obscene amount of money in terms of finance, in terms of wages, and sometimes transfer fee. It happens until maybe the right authorities will have to do something about it. For me, I'm not enjoying this unsettling of players by the Saudis. I understand it's business, it's capitalism, but I'm not enjoying it, but it is what it is. So Arsenal going to sell both players, and I'm confident both players will remain Arsenal. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Are you too being triggered? Are you nervous that Arsenal might cave in to sell Smith-Rowe or Big Gabby before the transfer window ends? Let me know in the comment section. Do me a favor before you leave. Like the video, very, very important. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and make sure your notification bells are turned on. And I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Ciao.